So what's the purpose of a check-in?
And I think I need some more coffee, but they're trying to get one up here. But the purpose of the check-in is, like you said, number one is to say, I'm here, let your social graph know that you're here. But also for a business owner, the purpose of the check-in is to track how many customers are coming to your door. And it's a way to engage with, another way to engage with your customers. And also the purpose of the check-in is to, it's almost like this saying thank you, you know what I mean? And rewarding the business owner for saying, I'm trying to think of what I'm looking for, but you go to a location, you say I'm here, it's almost like saying I endorse this venue because I'm here, I'm sharing with my network that I'm here. And then the conversation that happens after that is experience with the check-in. So purpose of check-in is a multiple, it has multiple meanings to it. It's not just one single thing, and it has multiple implementations to it that comes after the check-in.
I think it's gonna depend on who you ask. For some consumers, it's just gonna be the gaming aspect. They just want the badges and they want the status, and it's like this crazy rush to unlock all this stuff, and I think that's pretty cool in and of itself. But if you ask like a business owner what they think the purpose of a check-in is, it's exactly what Wayne said. They want to know who's coming here, how many people are coming here, and like right now, since the check-in concept is so fresh, I don't think it's really a good aggregate of how many people are coming, because believe it or not everyone has a smartphone yet, and not everyone is checking in if they have a smartphone yet. So it's a good idea of what early adapters and people who are super into technology are doing. As far as your greater and wider customer base, I'm not so sure about that. From our purpose, I think we added it because it's just a natural extension of Yelp's product in general. We're all about community, local business, and this is a great way for community members to kind of keep track of where they're going, see where their friends are going, and also have that kind of fun gaming aspect. But for business owners, I think the value will tell over time if more people will jump onto this whole situation.
Does Yelp have a specials model in place yet? I mean, when you check in on Yelp, if you're the person who checks in the most, you're what, the Duke, it's called?
Yes.
So is that like a play on the name?
We did a medieval theme. I think it's kind of funny. So yeah, if you like own a whole neighborhood, like if you checked in the most in that neighborhood, like for example, Harvard Square, I live in Harvard Square, so clearly I am the Duchess of Harvard Square, which I will never give that up. And then, you can be like, all these different things, you can lock all these badges, and it just kind of goes along with like what it is that we're doing in general with like community. It's just another way for Yelp members to share information, and kind of another way to be more involved with the brand in general.
So with the badges, are they all Yelp-based badges, or have businesses come in and said, I want to be able to create badges? Is something you can do through Yelp? Or?
As far as I know right now, all of them are created by us, but I don't see why in the future we wouldn't explore those possibilities. Our badges now, like I think I have one because I check into my salon like once a week, every week to get my nails done. So I have like a special badge for that. And then I have the instigator badge, which is kind of cool, which means you check in and like people check in after you, so you kind of like instigate fun and parties, and like people follow you around the city. So most of them are generated by us now, but it would be very interesting to see.
You're instigating fun in
I'm
parties?
instigating fun. That's what I do.
You have a love tattoo on your
and
foot.
Faith.
So yeah, Faith too. So I can see. Any other thoughts on that?
I've struggled with the check. My team has struggled with the check-in concept.
Because you're not about check-ins.
Not really, no. But it's the trending topic, so it's hard not to be about that in some way, shape, or form. I asked you this last night, you guys. I know it's an audience of marketers, so just take your marketer hat off for a second. Just think about it this way. If you were to ask your average swath of Americans, 500 in a room, how many people checked in the last month, how many hands do you think are raised? 2 maybe? And then you ask the same question, how many people in this audience have tweeted in the last month? Out of 500, maybe 10? Okay, then the last question would be, how many people in this room have you taken a picture or a video with your phone in the past month? That's probably, what, half or more? That's our audience, right? So that's sort of where I struggle with it. The check-in, in terms of numbers, I think probably about 45%-ish, about 45% of the shots taken through PegShot have been tagged to a place, event or venue, which is a pretty good number. So that's sort of like a check-in. I think the check-in has value certainly in that when you talk about loyalty, like as you wrote in your post, I do think there's value there. I mean, I asked Mike, my partner over here today, if his friends would check in if incentivized with some sort of value, so whether it's a coupon or whatnot, and I think you said most of your friends would. And Mike's 22, so I think the younger generations get it, and it sort of could potentially be the new bonus card, or the cards they give out for buy 10 cups of coffee, get. And it makes sense because it makes sense to the business owner, because the consumer's broadcasting that message and advocating the brand, and the consumer's getting something for that value. So I definitely think there's value to the check-in. I just think I struggle with the incentive. You have to incentivize that type of behavior. Whereas a lot of what we're sort of focused on, you don't. It's already done. Everyone takes pictures of it with their phones.
I want to go back